your powers a weak old man. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is not open. When I left you, I was but the left. Now I am the master.
Hey, evening, everybody. How is everybody today? We've got a special guest. Yeah, very special guest tonight. It's Boba. I'm sure we all. I first found out about you last week when I was watching Ernst's live stream on Empire 138. I know you're good friends with him, aren't you?
Oh yeah, UK. I got a lot of buddies over there. I mean, I actually I spent my honeymoon over there, so it was good times.
Oh, cool.
We went to Scotland and Ireland, and we're going to do England and Wales next time. So
nice.
I mean, you guys got a lot of good stuff. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah. People don't understand how cool it is over there. Cold as well. As well as cold. This is your channel.
Yes.
Over on
YouTube. Yeah, I just started it.
YouTube.
Good stuff.
So yeah. What
I've been
I'm
doing
going to do
Facebook
is
and
going to copy and paste that into the chat, so everybody can subscribe to you.
Awesome, thank you.
We usually get about between 5 and 10 people subscribing.
Yeah. Hey, that's more than what I got. That's more than what I got.
Yeah, this is the whole point of this stream. That's why we started it. Is to get YouTubers more subs, basically.
Yeah,
just
get people
known. We're not competing against each other like these guys here. We do similar type of things. Mike don't know. Mike does all sorts. Don't you, Mike? Yeah.
Yeah, he's more
but
comedy.
Reviews and things like that. So yeah, but we don't compete against each other. I know everybody will get on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's what it's about.
What made you start YouTube, Bob?
Honestly, it was my rants. You know, it's so hard to express tone and emotion by just typing it. You know, and I get I get not angry, but I get passionate. You know, I think it's the best way to describe it. Is that you know, either it's just how someone packs something in the mail. Or it's NECA, with their, distribution issues. But, or it's just, hey, this is what I'm into. And sometimes pictures don't do things justice,
No.
Like I have a lot of style guides and a lot of prototypes and a lot of employee items that are just a lot of paper items. And it's just easier for me to scroll through them instead of sending just a bunch of pictures over and over again. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's mostly just to get a voice out there and just so the message isn't misinterpreted, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Perfect sense. Especially the one about the pack.
I got one today for you. I got one today that I was just like, how did you pack it this way? So.
Look forward to that. Yeah, the videos on my channel the rant videos seem to do really well for some reason. So yeah, I'm with you there.
Absolutely.
I like a good rant.
But yeah, I know you guys are Star Wars. So I flip the camera around this time just to show my complete figure collection, the vintage figures. So
yeah.
Oh, we talk about anything?
Yeah,
we
Star Wars.
Yeah. Mostly Star Wars, but we talk about all vintage toys, all modern toys, anything. We all collect differently, and that's what the good thing about the live stream is. So, what have we picked up this week? Things Friday. Since you're the guest, let's see what you've got.
All right, I got a quick few things. I thought that was pretty cool. So for like yesterday, I went to the flea market because I'm meeting up a buddy that a UK buddy wanted Alpha 5 from Power Rangers Lightning Collection, and you guys in the UK are not getting it. So I met up with a buddy of mine that's gonna hook me up. So this is going over to the UK later today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You know, more of those regional things, you know. And so, but I think Hasbro did an awesome job with this line. And then I got a rare gem. I don't know if you guys like Battletoads or remember the Nintendo game.
Oh yeah.
The actual VHS.
Yeah. Wow.
The one episode.
Wow.
Wow.
You know. So
wow, that's cool. Yeah.
Cool.
And you guys are getting this first. I haven't posted this on my Instagram yet, so you guys are getting it first.
Wow.
Oh wow. Thank you.
Yeah, I've played Battletoads. It is the hardest game on this.
Oh, it is. I can't get past the second level. You know. Now.
Yeah.
I was mentioning how how could you pack something like this? I literally got this package. It's original art, and it was packed in a flat bubble wrap package. And I'm like, how could you pack a cell in? And it says "Do not bend" on both sides. Okay, yeah, I'm sure they're gonna listen, you know. But anyways,
Josh. Good evening, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
How's it going, Josh? But yeah, the last show and tell thing is just like this is original art. It's a promotional cell for Filmation's Ghostbusters. This is hand painted on the back.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And so I was like, how could you ship this in a flat yellow envelope that's bubble wrapped?
Wow. Oh,
but it survived.
God.
I'm so happy it survived. You know?
Oh,
wow.
my God.
But you know, you got those people that are like, well, it's insured. Yeah, but I can't replace this thing.
You want the item,
money.
you don't want the money.
I mean, money's money, but I can't replace this, you know?
No, no, definitely not.
So yeah, that's my show and tell.
Brilliant.
It's brilliant, yeah.
Matt, have you got anything new?
No, I'm waiting for stuff to turn up Friday. It's not like me, is it? I'm out of, I had those retro collections. That was Saturday, wasn't it? So I've shown them already. So nothing else. No, I'm a bit gutted. Yeah.
My show and tell could come anytime. As soon as a postman comes, Shabby's show and tell will be here.
It's good job I've got something, man, ain't it? It's good job I've got something.
Yeah, go on. Let's have a look.
Come on, Mark.
As you know, we've got a good friend called John Baldry.
Oh yeah.
John. What do they call him? John Lab Pulse.
He's our Santa Claus.
Toy collector Santa Claus.
Yeah, Santa Claus.
I said that on the video. He has sent me some Hot Wheels cars.
Nice.
No.
Oh, Masters, nice.
Not seen these.
Cool.
Obviously, we'll see these in the UK.
Nice.
Wind Raider. An automobile, yes.
Nice.
Very nice. But my favourite, I mean, they're all my favourite, but the DeLorean. Look at that.
Yes.
Love it.
Wow.
Are these brand new?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I say, we don't get anything like that, anything special like that in this country.
Really?
We have to rely on those American friends to send us it. But something I've been after since the 1990s.
Oh,
you got it.
What? Lights up.
Yep.
But then, if you open it up,
he's got the.
it fires as well.
That's loud.
That's awesome.
How cool is that? I absolutely adore that. So just thank you, John. He might pop in the chat later.
Brilliant. Yeah.
So yeah. Wow. Thank you so much, John.
So Bobby, is that what you're into? All the vintage toys?
Yeah, I mean, I was born in late '84, so I mean, when I was conscious of of my surroundings, late '80s, early '90s cartoons and some reruns were, my jam, and so I got really into, and also being an only child, my parents bought me whatever, so basically right now it was all about reclaiming my childhood at first. First it was because my stuff got thrown out. If I didn't break it back in the day, it got thrown out along the way, and so it was all about collecting what I used to have, then what I always wanted, and then now it's whatever catches my eye, and it's things you discover along the way. It's like, oh, I had no idea that existed, and so those kind of things just kind of trickle. They just kind of snowball into like, oh crap, you go down the rabbit hole on some things. So like for me, like employee items and prototypes, it's just you're gone. So
that's another level, isn't it? Prototypes and stuff like that.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm not even at that level that when people think of prototypes, they think whatever. No, I get lucky, and whatever I have, I'm lucky to have. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
The reason I ask is, do you know what that is?
Honestly, I don't.
Nobody does.
No one knows for months now.
I thought Bobby would know, Mark.
Nobody does. Nobody knows what it is.
The plot continues.
What's it called?
It's an old jukebox, and it looks like 70s. But we don't know what it's off about. We've tried Barbie. What else have we tried? Like, we've tried everything. The Fonz, Happy Days, Mego. Can't find what it is. There's no marking on it, you see.
Wow.
He was in it a box of bits, wasn't
it? You know what?
Yeah, in the box full of bits. Sure. That's your own work, Bob. That's your own work. Find out what this is.
You know what? Send me a photo next. Once we get off this, send me a photo because I'm now you got.
We've all looked. Everybody in the chat looked. Everybody's looked.
Like Sherlock Bloody Holmes. Every one of us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Something.
We'll find.
He's probably the top of a bloody chocolate tin or something like that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Well, searching then. I'll come across one pencil case you said, Mark. I bet it's one of them.
Yeah, but it was in with Star Wars stuff, wasn't it? Which is weird, isn't it?
All Star Wars. I had this big tub.
Well, it's definitely not Star Wars.
We moved from England to America about 7 years ago, and there's loads of boxes that I've just threw in, shipped, and we haven't gone through them. Well, when I decorated this room with my collection, I opened the box and I had loads of old Death Stars, 2 Dagobah plates, and then that. So I thought, well, that's got and the look of it, the age of it, it's really old. But I thought, no one knows what it is. Baffling.
Yeah. I'm going to throw my hat in. I'm going to say maybe it's Doctor Who related.
Yeah.
Well, it's come from England. It has come from England, so
that's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
No one said that before, Mark. Yeah, it could be that.
Yeah, we was thinking dolls.
Very little
Cindy
product more, didn't there? Especially 12
closer look. I will try to show you a closer look.
Yeah, Jim Dabber, I don't think he'll be able to. I don't think he wants to move it, or he wants to move his camera or anything like that.
Yeah, I got so many things plugged into the computer right now, but I'll tell you what. If you follow me on Bobby80s on Instagram or on Facebook, Bobby's Toy Chest, or just reach out to me on my normal page, Robert Barbieri. Listen, I'm happy to show you. I got photos, or I'll take a fresh photo. I don't, it doesn't matter. I'll hook you guys up.
Are you on Instagram, Bobby?
Yes. So lowercase b, it's Bobby80s underscore, Bobby underscore 80s.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not logged in, so I can't see the chats.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's really good. So nobody's got anything else new then? You've let us down, haven't you? So.
Oh well, we usually got something.
I think you need sacking.
Matt, just pick something off the wall. Just pick something off the wall and pretend you got it today,
Yeah. Yeah, Matt, you got those 2 retro collection on Saturday, didn't you?
What I got? Look at that. The lid comes off and everything.
I did get those Saturday, so I would have shown.
Andy's here. We've got them both here. We've got Josh and Andy.
It's Solid Chronicles.
Yeah. It's about time Josh came on. Right. I've got a bit of news. I want us all to talk about this. If I can find, I don't have everything set up, but I didn't have this one set up. But it'll take me 2 seconds to talk about. I'll talk about it anyway while I'm looking for it. Have you heard all about the NECA Jaws figures?
Oh no, can't wait.
Yeah, I heard.
Brody has been cancelled.
Yeah.
Oh no! Why?
There you go. That one, wasn't it? That one. There you go. It's been cancelled. There's no reason for it, but I'm assuming it's licensing.
Yes, I read an article. It was a licensing issue.
Yeah.
So it's probably for his likeness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But why go into production on something like this? And there's probably thousands in a warehouse somewhere. You know what I mean?
That'll be
so they're not
They'll
going
find him in Chile in 20 years.
Yeah, there'll be Chile.
That's Chile in 20 years. Yeah. Yeah. It's staggering that they've actually marketed it. I mean, the pre-orders have gone out. Everybody's pre-ordered it, but you can't get it.
But it's still
if
bringing the characters out.
If you can get hold of one of those and it never gets released, wow.
Yeah.
It's like I said, we pre-ordered those Back to the Future NECAs and they're coming this month. So as soon as I've never bought NECA before, so as soon as I buy them and see what they're like, my next one straight away was the Jaws one. Well, there's no point now. That's like buying a Superman line with no bloody Superman. It don't make any sense. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because Quint is still coming out.
Yeah, Quint's still coming out. Yeah.
Quint's still coming out. So I wonder if they think that they might resolve it later on in the line. And they did say that some more Jaws items that are coming out later on. But
I don't think it will sell now, will it? If they've cancelled one.
No, I doubt it will. But
I think it'll put people off.
It's called Sam Quint. Where's that come from? I don't know. Yeah, so like you're saying, Mark, I'm pre-ordered my McFly, and there was some licenses issues with that. So I really hope that does not get cancelled either.
Well, they got fingers crossed. Because like I said, I've not heard anything, and they're meant to be out this month. So
yeah, I don't think there's any issues with Back to the Future with the cartoon or the movie figures. I think they're all good. So
yeah,
you should be fine. You should be fine.
Well, there you go. There's the Martin McFly that I've ordered.
Yeah,
and I would like to get the full line. I want to get the dock when that comes out in January. But see, there you go, pending license approval. That makes me so nervous.
Yeah.
Well, they've got the Nike to do. They've got Mattel to do. They've got JVC to do. They've got there's loads on him. That's all licenses, if you will, on that figure.
Stunning. Yeah, like Lego coming at Razor Crest. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So what is it about Lego? They're not allowed to call it the Razor Crest?
No, because is it Bricklink or something like that? There's a German guy that has a similar sort of Lego. Has a product called the Razor Crest. So they have the trademark for the name.
I would have thought Lucasfilm would have trademarked that straight off. Do you know what I mean?
That's Disney. Disney have just dropped the ball there, haven't they?
Yeah, that's a bit daft. That
apparently trademarked it in January as well, long after the show had been on. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick Springfield collects vintage Star Wars figures. Yeah, and he's when he sells one, you know about it.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to pick his up on Saturday. Lucky boy. Scuba's here.
Hey, Scuba Pete.
How's Scuba?
Rick sold his entire collection. I don't think he did. I don't think he sold the entire collection, did he? And ladies.
Don't forget Baker's Girl. That's our pal.
Yeah. It is. What else have we got? These talking of Star Action figures, which we were. They have
they put up
got
some
a
Transformers
pre-order
up today, haven't they?
tomorrow. A Star Wars. I think it's the Black Series.
There was Transformers today, wasn't it? A couple of Transformers went up today. So
I'll check that out. But they have a Black Series figure coming out in the morning to pre-order, and a lot of people are saying it's Jar Jar.
It's Brody in a Jedi Knight outfit.
Yeah, they've changed the head.
no, I can't.
Aaron's here.
Aaron, what's up, buddy?
Aaron.
I can. I think it'd be that Jedi pack, wouldn't it? But it could be.
It wouldn't have happened in George's day, would it? He'd have thought it out himself.
Do you know that the Jedi box, the big pack? There's one on eBay at the moment for £145. So in the UK, you can buy it. Someone's got it. So
wow.
But I think it's only going to be around 120. It's going to be 120, I think. Anyway, so it's not far off. So if you want to get it early,
No, John tonight. Too busy chasing Red Dead.
I know. It's like he's moved into Red Dead, isn't it?
Yeah, I always turn the PlayStation on, and he's there playing it.
Yeah.
I'm editing. No, you're not. You're on Red Dead.
Oh, I watched the last game. It was terrible.
We're not talking about football. No. Yeah, that Ghostbuster one just come out as well at £90, £10 off it.
Yeah.
Anybody's interested? They're in stock as well. It would be nice if it was attached to the Proton pack, but yeah. Still waiting. They tease us with the trap, the PK meter, the wand every time. Every time someone gets a license, they got to remake everything they made before in order to start fresh. But then they don't follow through, and we never get the pack. Yeah. So I like a PK meter. I love a PK meter. Oh yeah.
Yeah, something you can have in it. It's not too big.
I think I met when 1984 when Ghostbusters came out, I was 14, and I built my own Proton pack. I would get the player, the back off, strap that to my back, and I had a TV gun, and I strapped it to the cassette player. The creation you have, imagination you have as a child is unbelievable, isn't it? I would never think of doing it like that these days.
We'd look a bit daft walking around Yorkshire like that,
What's he got? Yeah, what's he got? A stereo plugged to his back.
Obi-Wan. Yeah.
Everybody's naming the horses from Red Dead now.
Everton. Not only one name.
No. Mine's Sideshow Ashley. Yeah, that man does. Yeah, I'm going to show those in a minute. Those pictures of Mandos fade by.
Say,
yeah.
It was in my waters. Yeah, anyone wants to buy it, we'll do a deal. Exclusive.
Right, so let's look at these pictures then.
Yeah, they are pretty cool. There's two pictures gone up.
There's Matt's speeder bike.
Yeah. I should get it for people that haven't seen it. Where is it?
Look, there's Mystery Mando's house behind him.
Is this for season 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Came out today, Bob.
Nice. Little baby Yoda's there in his backpack. No big punching him this time.
The jetpack, yep.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah,
it's close, isn't it? Yeah, that'll be the next thing. It'll be when I get the Beskar Mandalore, he'll be going on the bike. So
that's it, Matt. They must have watched your video and gone, "Oh, we've got to put that in."
We've got to make one of them. So yeah. I don't know why I didn't show this on Saturday. You said, "Oh, you should have shown it." And I should have, shouldn't I? I didn't know why I didn't.
Yeah, it's awesome. What you
yeah.
Yeah, silly. I know.
Hey, be careful. Disney's going to claim rights on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't trademark anything, Bobby. Matt'll be fine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, did you hear how they were? I was watching a bunch of videos and how they were saying how people were speculating that they were stealing fan art, for their posters and stuff.
Yeah,
They did it for Solo. Do you remember?
Yep.
That French guy did it, didn't he? And he stole all that.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mando says it looks like Tatooine. It did know, wasn't it? So yeah.
They showed a couple more pictures today, haven't they? So
yeah. I'm going to show them all. But it's going to be Tatooine because that might not be Tatooine, but it will be on Tatooine sometime because the guy who has Boba Fett's armor is going to be in it.
Yeah.
Fergie's that Josh something he's called.
47, but it's still up.
Nice.
Yeah. But I think it's a prediction here that I think that Boba Fett's going to get his armor back by the end of the series.
Do you think Tamara Morrison will play Boba Fett?
No. I don't know. He might do.
Voice it. He might voice it.
Because a lot of people say he'll play Rex in it, but I think he'll play Boba Fett.
I could do both,
couldn't he? Couldn't he? He could do the voice, so they just get a younger, get one of the stunt guy or whatever. The man.
Yeah.
That's a nice picture, that.
Yeah.
I think her armor's changed.
Definitely her armor's changed, hasn't it? She's got those forearms now. I don't think she had those.
Yeah.
There's a figure. To look at the figure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. That's
that
a
is
cool
a
picture.
cool
I like that
picture.
picture.
Cool picture, isn't it? But did you notice that first one with the speeder? The baby Yoda is sitting in a little backpack on the back of the speeder, right back. And then there's another picture come out where you say the main one he's actually carrying it in a bag, isn't he?
Yeah.
So,
and he's got his
the bag.
Got his insignia there.
Hey, did he have his? Wait, go back to that photo real quick. Sorry.
Which one? That one.
Yeah, I was just curious because I'd never seen the blue arrow on his hand before. Was that always there?
Yeah, that was always there.
The original.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah. He looks extra tiny there, doesn't he? He really does.
Mm.
Yeah, I see. They've let him grow his beard, haven't they? Because I know. Do you think so? I think it's going to be a bit of a time jump. Do you think it might be a bit of everyone grow it out grey? Strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems like his beard there. Yeah, maybe so.
His original colour, isn't it? So I think
look at that.
I think
he's amazing.
Yeah,
so
they're still using it.
Tatooine, isn't it? So that's got to be Tatooine.
They know what the fans want. They're getting it now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if it's still
it's about time.
I wonder if it's still an elephant, because that's what they used in the original, didn't they?
Is that what they used?
Yeah, they used a trained elephant that he could wrap his tusk up, so he had to. He was trained. So
wow.
Yeah.
More
That's
damage.
how I put my pants on, Matt.
Huh?
I said that's how I put my pants on, wrapping my tusk up.
Oh dear.
I saw this picture, and I said, "Don't worry, it'll regenerate."
Regenerate.
Okay.
That one.
Did you not say anything about a trailer? Just the pictures.
No.
Yeah, there's no. People keep putting things on Facebook and stuff saying it's just clickbait. Like they say it's a trailer and it's not. So, but we've got the June trailer. We got the June trailer tomorrow, haven't we? That's the main thing that's coming out tomorrow.
All right.
So, yeah.
So I was watching. I've been watching that Raised by Wolves. Superb, absolutely superb. Matt, you will love it.
Yeah, I know it's Ridley Scott, isn't it? Yeah, we can't get it over here. So
they did the first three, so I'm not going to tell you anything. But Matt, I'm telling you, it is superb. I loved it. What's the first three?
It was on YouTube, isn't it? It's on YouTube, isn't it?
On YouTube.
I think so.
Yeah, is it on YouTube? Is it on YouTube?
I watched on HBO Max.
All right, I don't know if we can get that over here. I don't know if we get it. So
I call it Cody. Wondering where he went wrong.
But usually in the UK,
It is.
Sky Atlantic get a lot of HBO stuff, so we might get it later.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It is. It's a great figure.
Soon after.
Oh,
Okay.
So
Hey, is there a release date yet?
October, isn't it? Yeah, it's October.
October 11th, was it? Or was it later?
Yeah, it's a month.
End of the month. End of the month. The 30th, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
I was really confused with Amanda later. I guess. We all know Hasbro.
I'll get someone on it, Scuba Pete. I'll get someone on it.
I'm surprised they haven't made the rhino he fought with Baby Yoda, the child.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If they,
Yeah,
I mean, they made Bantha figures back in the day, and they should make the rhino. So.
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
Oh, yeah.
They still haven't. They should bring out that TIE fighter that the wings fold down. I would buy that definitely.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. But they haven't brought the Blurg. Everyone wants those Blurgs, don't they? They're two-legged creature.
Do you remember Rebels, the Inquisitor Rebels? I got his TIE fighter and they come down.
Yeah.
Do you remember that box, Matt?
Smaller, that's the smaller ones. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're looking
and
at
they could easily make the Jawa Sandcrawler again. They've already made it. They can just re-release it, but with different packaging or something.
Yeah, we've been saying that for ages, haven't we? We thought it might have been the next Hasbro HasLabs, didn't we?
Yeah.
But on a bigger scale.
Looks like Tez's fallen down that Marvel rabbit hole. Always gets you. Always gets you. Yeah, you got the Iron Man. I've got better Iron Man though.
It's a weird looking Iron Man, that 2020, isn't it? It's very.
Yeah,
weird. It's an alternate universe or something. Isn't it?
It's like a steampunk.
Yeah, it's multiverse, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So, what about you, Bob? What's your main folk? What do you mainly collect? Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, I think I love the cartoon more than I love the movie. It just, I mean, the first movie is superior to everything else. Then the second movie, I have my gripes with, but I still love it for nostalgic reasons. But the cartoon, I mean, the first few seasons, I mean, just from content perspective, you got hours and hours of content and villains and all this kind of stuff, and it's good storytelling. And the music was unbelievable too. I can watch I base things on how I can watch it today, and it holds up. It's like I don't have a lot of memories of watching He-Man or some of the other cartoons that are early on, but I watch them today and they seem very PSA. Like don't do drugs, that's wrong. What did we learn today? But Ghostbusters wasn't like that. It was just straightforward, and so I can watch it today in marathons without cringing. Other stuff I can watch, but I need it in small doses, if that makes any sense. But Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtles are my main two. It's almost a tie, But then, it just kind of spreads out from there. A lot of people, why they follow me is because I collect so many different things. So I relate to so many different collectors. A lot of people are just Star Wars. Some are just Ninja Turtles, or, they're focused. I just can't do it. I had so many things that I was into as a kid, But Ghostbusters is the big one. I'm still getting things from you guys over in the UK because you guys got so much random merchandise, between candy wrappers and backpacks, and we didn't get half the stuff that you guys got, surprisingly enough. And so it's just like honestly, Ghostbusters and Real Ghostbusters is my main one. So,
Bobby, I think you'd like Dave's channel, his Vintage Toy Rush, because he covers everything from back then. Do you know what I mean?
I watch him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He collects Rambo. He's got everything, hasn't he? He's got.
Yeah, the latest he did was Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rambo, RoboCop. I mean, RoboCop is in my top 5. I mean, as far as you don't think? Oh yeah. I mean, I showed on. I think you guys saw last week. I on Toy Division.
Oh
I showed my prototype. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
So yeah, it's good stuff. And so yeah, Toy Rush. Toy Rush is a good channel. Yeah, you guys are right. Yeah. It's just the broadness of it. You know, it's not just focused. You know, it's just every week is different. So
yeah.
I named my kid after Ninja Turtle.
Did you?
Raphael.
Leonardo. It's got to be Leonardo, isn't it? We're going to guess here.
Raphael. Probably Raphael.
If it's a girl, I'm gonna say it's Venus. If it's a girl, it's Venus. You know, from that show that no one watches.
There he is, young Dave.
There he is. He's listening.
Hey, a little cross promotion there for you, buddy. Did you get anything from Webster's? Yes, I did. Honestly, not much. Honestly, it's too big to show here. I got a tube from. It was basically blueprints for the Batmobile from Batman Returns.
Wow.
And you know what? It's right here. I'll try to show you really quick. It's just, you know.
Yeah. There you go. I was right. Ooh.
All right.
Raphael.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
And there's like 4 of them. There's like different angles. You know, the top view, the side view, the back view, all that kind of stuff.
It's the best Batmobile.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, the 18, yeah.
For $5. $5.
Wow.
Crikey.
Can't beat it. And it came in a black tube. It has the whole, you know, legit, you know, Batman Returns, you know, sticker on it. So it was awesome. Yeah. So
unbelievable.
So when you look for these prototypes, mate, what do you look for? How do you get that?
Well, I got into it because you know, a lot of people, when it comes to prototypes, it's almost like an ocean that has a lot of waves. So, and by waves, I mean by the people. You know, some are very mellow, and some are just they'll hammer you, and they'll hammer you with their ego. You know, because they think they're, you know, can't be touched, kind of thing. But when it comes to prototypes, for me, when I collect, I'm very focused. I'm like a surgeon. I'm very like exact on what I'm after because, you know, my money doesn't go everywhere. You know, I have to focus on where it goes, and I try to collect unproduced items. If that, you know, so some people spend thousands of dollars on a Ninja Turtle prototype that is a character that was produced, and to me, I just don't understand it. It's just a multicolored version of what you got in the package. You know?
Yeah.
But to each his own. You know, to each his own. It just some people like love this one figure and they want to have the entire, you know, evolution of that figure. You know, from prototype to painted to approved to released. You know, and they have acrylic cases, and that's cool. I get that, but for me though, I have to be so precise on what I'm after. So I try to get figures that we never got, but we almost got. You know, so like you see on the back of a package, you know, from back in the day, and it's like collect all these figures, you know, and you see like the last 2 never came out, and so. If I can find those are the ones where I'm like, okay, yeah. And honestly, like I said, how some people spend like $1,000 on a multicolored version of a produced figure. I've gotten a lot of unproduced prototypes for like $400 to $500 a piece, you know? So it's like, you know, I can get 2 unproduced figures for the price of 1 multicolored produced figure, you know, but it all depends on who you buy from. And so it's honestly networking is the biggest thing is where, you know, people can give you first dibs and be like, oh, I know Bobby. He collects Ghostbusters. I'm going to ask him first.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not so much about a favoritism thing. It's also mostly a business thing. Cause you know, if you make connections with people like, okay, you're going to give him a little bit of a deal. he's still making a profit from whatever he's a dealer. He's still making his profit, but he's not nickel and diming me to the point where I'm tapped out after the first purchase. You know, he'll give me first dibs on this figure. And then next time, I'll remember that he was good to me. So I'm not going to haggle him too much.
Definitely.
So it's just, back and forth. But there's some people that are like, some dealers, they have an ego and it's like, oh, I don't need the money. So I'm just going to wait until someone pays top dollar. And, it is what it is. And that's the big thing about prototypes is that I tell people don't go that way unless you're prepared, because you have, as a collector, you have zero leverage, unless you're willing to pay top dollar or more, you have zero leverage as far as negotiating, unless they like you, So, because they have something that you can't find somewhere else, So what leverage do you have? So you either play or you walk away. That's all it is to it. So, back to unproduced stuff. Yeah. So like RoboCop, Ghostbusters, I try to get to. The problem is Ghostbusters. This is what's happening. I noticed. So like Star Wars is king for almost anything in the hobby, right? As far as prototypes go, and as far as Star Wars people that in general, they just. I don't know where they come from, but that's where you pay for the name. Is what I'm trying to say. But the problem is, I'm noticing a lot of high roller collectors where they've already plateaued. And so where they go? And so I'm noticing a lot of collectors getting bored because they've completed the game, So they come down and they collect the other things that they're into, but they're bringing their wallets with them, and that's changing the market for so many other toy lines. So Ghostbusters for me is getting to the point where it's almost, I'm glad I got what I got when I did, because if I started today,
a few times, all of us,
if I started today, I couldn't do it. Yeah. And so, it's just one of those things. So right now it's like a race. I'm trying to get certain things before these other guys, these high rollers, start getting into them, just out of boredness, Yeah. And another thing too is, you got these executives and producers that are getting a lot younger, and so like in Marvel, you got these people with these they're 35, 40 years old, and they got money, and they got these offices that they want to brag to their buddies about, and that's where a lot of these backdoor deals go for these prototypes, and so that's where the rocket firing Boba Fett goes. It goes on some executive's shelf in his office, and then him and his buddies are now 35, 40 or whatever. Like, oh, that's so cool, So I can keep going, guys. It's just a whole nother world,
Yeah.
Oh, great, Bob.
Yeah, that's what we've got you on for.
Yeah.
DCM's asking you if you have got a lot of Batman Return items.
I do, and honestly, God. If you give me 1 second, I'm going to show you something that you'll never see anywhere else. If you give me 1 second. Is that okay, guys?
Yeah, totally.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Really interesting to have him on. Really.
Yeah,
he is.
Something different, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a shame John's not on if he's got Batman Returns stuff. He's got
John's missing this, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said to him. They said he won't come in. I said, oh, it's a shame because Bobby's on. But we'll have him on again.
I think Bobby's the first guy we've had on who collects, one of a kinds.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
All right. Sorry, guys.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. Okay. So this is probably, this is the most expensive thing I've ever purchased in a one item. And this is also goes towards the prototype prototype talk that I'm talking about, is that the hard part is knowing what you're buying. Because if it's unproduced, how can you prove it?
Yeah.
And also the problem is especially if it was never in a catalog, a Toy Fair catalog. So you're basing all your information on your trust with a dealer. And and also the problem with the dealers is that they buy up collections from old employees, but they're trying to keep they're trying to do a poker face, because a lot of the employees, to them, it was just a job. They have no awareness of how valuable their stuff is. Even the paper items, just because it has their signature on it or their business card, people collect business cards for employees like they do baseball cards. No joke. Yeah. So my point is, though, is that they'll buy all these collections and then put it in storage. And they get to it when they get to it, right? And so the problem is the story is gone. The history of the item is gone, you know? And so it's so much harder to track down the story and the authenticity of the item, you know? But so back to Batman. This is an unproduced item because I cannot match it to a produced item. And there's no record of it in a catalog. And the dealer, same story. It came out of storage, and the employee has passed on at this point. So it is one of those things. But let's put it this way: just based on my experience, and based on the fact that this is a wax item. Does anyone know what wax is in towards of toy production? So that's where it starts, right? Yeah, you got a wax sculpt, and then you mold it, and so. Batman Returns. This is a Michael Keaton sculpt, which I think was going to be the ultimate. Okay, do you guys remember for Kenner, they did Ultimate Batman Returns figure, the doll? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, this is at scale, but I believe this was for the Dark Knight collection that came just before Batman Returns line. So, Rob, quit talking. Just show the damn thing.
Oil, Bob, that wax is going to melt. Get on with it.
Oh, I know, right? So I bought this, and it's the boots. Okay, look, it's the boots.
Wow,
and that's clearly. And then you get the money shot.
Oh, bring that up, John.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm just all mesmerized.
Oh yeah, that's lovely.
That's
Matt, it's you.
Yeah.
You can see how it was on clay in a post.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then sculpted. I mean, this is gorgeous.
It is.
We want to see how much you paid.
I'm not telling.
No,
I'm ashamed at what I paid for it. Let's
imagine.
So,
imagine quite a lot.
So why prototypes, Bob? What got you into prototypes?
Well, like I said, the unproduced stuff is what got me into it. The rarity of it. It's a combination of things. It's a thing of just, you know, because you want something that someone doesn't have, you know, the bragging rights, right? But it's also because it's a character that because you know, the wax thing is one thing, but I'm talking about if you showed you on my last show on Toy Division, I showed a bunch of photos of prototypes for Crash Dummies. There's a bunch of Crash Dummies that didn't get released in the last line. It's just honestly, it's part of being a completist, you know. It's just you're completing the line even further. Like, so my point is that I've gotten to the point where, like I said, how I collected things I used to have, things I always wanted, things I discovered along the way. Well, now I've plateaued to the point where else do I go? I still got the itch, you know. I still got the itch. Yeah. Prototypes and employee items and the obscurity, like the marketing material and the store displays. I got a lot of cardboard displays. That's where I'm at because I have nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
And I love Star Wars, guys. Vintage collection Star Wars. I mean, I love the original trilogy Star Wars, and this is nothing compared to what I have. It's all packed up for right now. And but yeah, I mean, it's just like I can't continue in Star Wars. I can't. I've got all the figures of the original line, but
there's always more to collect.
There is, but there's only so much that I can afford, you know. So it's just
that's true. Yeah, I've got a display item. I've got a display item from Asda. I've got the retro collection.
Oh yeah,
I bet.
Stand. I just asked for it and they gave me it. So.
But yeah, I love collecting.
Sorry. Yeah. I was saying, is it part of the fun is finding these employees that work for these companies and tracking them down and then seeing if they've got anything for sale.
Well, that's the hardest part. The hardest part is because the dealers it's like a kept secret kind of thing because that's your moneymaker, you know. So you don't say nothing, and so finding these employees is getting tougher because now some of them are getting wiser, and some of them are talking to each other. You know, so those days where it still happens where I get people telling me that they were a vendor in Ohio for Kenner Country, and some employee literally just walks up to a table and says, "Hey, I don't want this crap in my garage anymore. Just take it." And it ends up being Raiders Lost Ark stuff.
Yeah.
True story. And so it's just crazy. And so, those stories do happen. But as far as tracking down employees, for me, it almost never happens. It did happen once where I tracked down a Deke employee for the cartoons. So the same company that made the Battletoads.
Yeah.
And Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So. I tracked down an old employee and I got a lot of original art, cells, one of a kind marketing cells that were, so basically they would make cells for posters. Okay. And for marketing photos. And so I got a lot of that cool stuff, including an intro cell for Ghostbusters where it's all the ghosts at the end.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but that was like once in a blue moon for me, at least. Some people that are dealers, they have their resources, and even for them now, it's like almost like it's almost like rabid dogs, looking for that piece of everyone's fighting over that one bone kind of thing. So it does get ugly as far as that's where I'm talking about the ego thing comes into play. It's just it really is when you're dealing with prototypes, it's literally like you're sitting down at a poker table and you're trying to read everyone's faces, like what do they have? How much do they want to pay? Do I lowball and get lucky, or do I just, play it safe and offer, his price, or, it's just so much stuff. And so honestly, everyone has their own little posses or, groups, and it's almost not like a gang. It kind of is like a gang. Or, certain groups don't talk to each other, kind of thing. I'm serious. It's just like trying to. And the hardest part is that some of these dealers, they're the only ones who have all the Beetlejuice prototypes, or all these guys over here are the only ones that have the source to the Ninja Turtle prototypes. Yeah, and they have a monopoly. And so it's hard these days because when the dealers have all the cards, and then even though they are selling stuff and it's getting out in the world, the problem is you as the collector who paid $2,000 for it, you're now so what if he resells it later? Unless he's in a bind, he's going to want $2,000 plus, Yeah. So just because it's out there doesn't mean you have a chance at it still, So it's just a lot of anxiety is what I'm trying to tell you is trying to get the better hand and try to, navigate the sea here where you're trying to get through and trying to find that one employee that has the good stuff that no one else has found yet,
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. But these employees, they get a bit worried and scared, don't they? So they're a bit,
So Dave's got a question here. Do you know how many items are in your collection? And if you ever bought something you're already owned by mistake, we've all done that, haven't we?
Oh, yeah. I could not tell you how much is in my collection because Aaron from Empire Toys will tell you that he's been over here, and Andy's Toys has been over here, and it's literally six. It was 6 rooms before I packed up this house for an eventual move, which I'll never do it again. The next house is gonna be the next house, and that's it, done. It was 6 rooms, and it was floor to ceiling, every wall almost. And so there was the back wall of my living room was Ninja Turtles and nothing but Ninja Turtles. The other room over there was all the miscellaneous stuff. And then over here was Ghostbusters. One guest room was Ghostbusters, and it still didn't have enough room. And so, how much items I couldn't tell you. And it's scary. And so, have I bought anything that, Rob, is your blue Jaga to hand? Blue Jaga. Oh, is he talking about Thundercats?
Thundercats. Probably, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's talking about there's a custom I have where someone made a cast and mold of Jaga from Thundercats. And so the actual figure is painted, right? But through the whole series, he's a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They casted him in translucent blue resin. So I'll grab that later. But just to finish my point is that's another thing too is customs that we can talk about that. You know, that's a whole nother thing where people are making their own figures. If you can't afford the real thing, that's another thing too is that people are getting into the prototype realm is getting so high. Mostly because these toy shows, Toys That Made Us or whatever, are bringing newbies into the collective.
Bigger and bigger, yeah.
And it's just raising prices because the newbies have no clue what what the average price is. They just know that they want it, and they're like, oh, okay, whatever, yeah, sure. And now that raises the expectations for all of us. Yeah. And so, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So that's forcing a lot of people to make their own customs. And I've seen it with Food Fighters. I've seen that with Star Wars. I've seen it with Ghostbusters. Food Fighters, yeah. So,
brilliant.
But dealers are getting angry because now they're thinking that they're going to lose money because the customs are getting rid of their business. But you know what? I don't know. Has anyone ever seen what was that vampire movie with Sam Neill? Oh God, and William Dafoe. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Where the whole world is vampires and there's a blood shortage. Yeah. Well, Sam Neill, his character said it the best was that there's always going to be someone because there's a blood shortage and they're making a fake blood, for everyone. But he said, right? And so he was like, there's always going to be someone willing to pay more for the real thing. And that's so true with prototypes. So with anyone who's a dealer watching this, don't worry. There's always going to be someone willing to pay up for the real thing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But the rest of us, want to have a little piece of that action too. But so customs is our replacement, But as far as the original question, like, have I bought anything that I've already had? Oh yeah. But I have almost like a photographic memory because it was so nice to have everything on display that I can almost go into my mind and almost like a virtual reality. And so if I'm at a toy show, I can think back and I can walk through my house like, oh yeah, that figure's there on the shelf. Okay, I don't need to buy this figure. But so yeah, but it has, it's happened to all of us, but it doesn't happen as often as it probably should. Let's put it that way. Question of all, what is your biggest regret in a purchase? A prototype. And that goes back to what I was saying before, where you don't know what you're buying kind of thing. You're trusting the dealer. Yeah. I've bought not a few things, but one or two things that I later found out was produced. And I paid unproduced prices,
Yeah.
And then there was another thing where it was such an early model. It was a handmade, polystyrene. There was something that was told me that it was Ghostbusters, but it was originally Star Wars. But it was scrapped as a Star Wars toy, and so it became a Ghostbuster toy. But it was such an early mock-up that it could be anything. So the problem is I can't get the dealer to verify any of this, But and the more research I do, and I even go back to him and I'm like, hey, you said this about this, and he's like, what? He couldn't remember what he told me. So at that point, I'm like, okay, this thing is like, okay, I put it in a box, and I'm trying to forget about it because I'm so disgusted, with it. But luckily, I didn't pay too much because it was one of those things where it's like, I try to back away, like, because I'm not sure, and he kept saying, make me an offer, and so I kept lowballing because like I'm not confident. So luckily, I didn't pay too much for it, but it's still one of those things that kind of eats at you, where it's like, I'm stuck with this thing, because I can't. How can I in good conscience sell it and be like, hey, I have no idea what this is, but I want my money back. I want to break even. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Have you ever regretted buying something like when I first started out, bought something quite expensive and then damaged it within like 5 minutes of buying it. Have you ever had that?
Ooh.
Ever had that? That is the most. Your stomach is the worst feeling ever. I bought a carded figure and I damaged the bubble within 5 minutes of buying it, and I was gutted. So yeah. Anyone had that experience? I learned my lesson.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have I have two quick stories, and luckily, here's the thing: the problem is I didn't pay a lot for them, but I can't find them again, kind of thing. You know, so it's either way, it's a punch to the gut. One was a Ghostbuster countertop display from the first movie. It's the same image and 3D image as a 5-foot display, but it's a countertop version. And the person who packed it put it right at the top. And so with a box cutter trying to open it up, the blade went right into it.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, it was off to the side, but still, I cut right into Egon's leg, you know, and it's like, I know better. I know better. That's another thing, too, is that you know better for some of these things. And so nowadays, I lift up the flap, and then I try to cut from the side. You know, not down into it. And then there's another thing that I'm after right now. It's I'm not going to say it because I already got people fighting for me on eBay for it because I'm trying to fix a mistake. If you guys have anything that's food related, like pasta cans, if you get into like if there's like a droid's, you know, pasta or whatever in a can.
Yeah.
Because they make it for Ninja Turtles, and you know, we had all these like pasta shapes for all these cartoons back in the day.
Yeah.
If you could shake it and it's still liquid in there, empty it because it will leak eventually. I'm telling you that right from my own experience. It sucks. I had a Ghostbuster can and it leaked and it ruined the label because it was in a bag for storage, and It gutted me. It gutted me because I was like, for 30 years, it didn't do anything. And I didn't see a lot of oxidization, but it must have been underneath the label, you know, where the hole was or the weakness was. So it is one of those things. But yeah, so as far as what you're talking about, those mistakes or,
collecting packaged food stuff is definitely the most trickiest thing I think people out there to collect. Definitely.
It is. And when it comes to candy, I try to keep things in acrylic just so keep the bugs away, if anything. You know, the candy is going to be hard or discolored or whatever, but when it comes to pasta or something, it's still liquid. You know,
people collect cereal boxes. That's easy. You can just flat pack them and that's no trouble. But
oh yeah,
was it recently where they had some Star Wars and they had oranges or satsumas in a bag? And they had Star Wars stickers on there, and people were actually collecting them. I was like, what? How could you keep them? You can put them in the freezer? I don't know how you're going to get away with it.
Oh, no. There's certain things you just can't. Some things you can't save. You can't save, you know?
No.
It's actually Canadian. It's not French, it's Canadian. So
these people.
But you know what? But it's like when we're talking about food now. I mean, there's a lot of things I collect. What are we talking about? Another question. It's hard enough to get insurance to cover a collection, as most household insurance policies don't cover. Do you have that issue in the U.S., Rob? There are companies that are specific to
collect insurance companies.
Yeah. You're right. The normal household or the generic ones are not going to cover it. But I still haven't done it, to be honest. That's why I'm glad I'm mostly home for the most part. All right, I go home during my lunch break, just to keep an eye on things. But I work close to home, so it's easy for me. But I get that anxiety, But as far as collectors and insurance go, I recommend it, but I definitely need to do it. But it's just like they need to come over and look at everything and catalog it, and then I gotta tell them a price, and it's just daunting. The idea of it is daunting.
Yeah.
So
they've got to come back every couple of months, haven't they, to update it.
It really, I can't fathom. I dread the day that it happens because but honestly, right now that monthly payment, I don't need another monthly bill at the end of the month. So I'm happy to just take my chances. You know, honestly, things are fine. You know,
that's the thing. You're gonna pay insurance or be able to buy something else in it for your collection. It's a hard decision.
It really is.
Yeah. Right.
Last question.
Last question. He says. I think it's Tim Ayres actually. There's a guy in the chase with a full size X-wing in his garden. If you could have any movie prop, what would it be?
Ooh.
Well,
mine would be the model Death Star, the actual Death Star.
Well,
I mean,
the Death Star prop is good because you saw who Gus Lopez as that, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, vehicles are a prop, right? Vehicles, they're technically a prop.
Oh, yeah.
So I gotta go with the DeLorean, the Back to the Future one.
Oh yeah,
with the plutonium thing in the back. I know there's a lot of fans with Mr. Fusion. Nothing against Mr. Fusion, but I'm all plutonium, you know. And
I think
that would be the one I would have.
I think mine would be a car as mine.
That's the dream. That's the dream.
Because it's not going to fly, is it?
I think I'd have to have the Lotus Esprit from the Spy Who Loved Me, the white one, the Lotus. So
what's that?
I think it'd be Lotus Esprit from the Spy Who Loved Me. You know, the war. That car.
So
I think
it goes from car to boat.
Yeah,
submarine.
A submarine. Yeah.
Submarine. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a real car, though, right? But they
Yes, a real. Yeah.
What's
It's a lovely car. Yeah. Yeah. Worth a fortune.
Oh yeah.
Why have you mentioned cinnamon rolls? You bugger. Chuck in alien props.
Cool. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, definitely. Dave?
The 6'6" Batmobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I do Batmobile, I'm doing the Keaton one. That's for me.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Best one.
Yeah.
Car, yeah.
Car, yeah.
That's a doable one. The Knight Rider is doable, you know?
Mm.
Yeah. Well, not over here, but yeah. I think there's one in the area. Used to be one in the area. They used to go around with the lights on as well. So.
Oh yeah. What I'm saying is like the car itself, the shell is gettable, and then take your time. Yeah.
Robocop.
Ooh. I approve.
Oh
I
yeah,
approve.
yeah. That's a good one. Sweet. Yeah.
Dead or alive.
I've seen some good cosplays for that.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
The hard part, let's be honest, the hard part is the mouth area. Getting the chin strap to mold to your face. Because I see a lot of cosplayers where there's just huge gaps and the chin thing is just the helmet and everything is kind of hanging, But to get that part right, then I'm like, okay, you win.
And then you've got to perfect the walk as well, haven't you? You get the costume, you've got to perfect that walk. The trick, the turn, yeah.
Absolutely.
Mr. Rimando saying the original 60s Batmobile. Corgi one, he's saying. Actually, my mum phoned me up this afternoon. She's been away at Scarborough, and she says she went to an antique shop where they had a Corgi Batmobile in the window, and they wanted £40 for it. And there was no box, no Batman and Robin. I said, I would love one. I had two as a kid because I played with that much. It just totally disintegrated. So I had to get a new one. So I did have two as a kid. Yeah. I love that. I've got the Buck Rogers Corgi, but I want to get all the Corgi vehicles. Definitely love the next. I had 209. Nobody messed with you.
The neck of 209 is really nice. Yeah.
Hector the Robot.
Who's Hector the Robot?
I don't know that one.
No, I don't know that one.
March. Hector, is that from Saturn 3? Hector the Robot. Is that Saturn 3 with What's her name? One of the angels in it. Charlie's Angels was in it.
Yeah. Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett was in it. Yeah, sure it was.
All right.
And Kirk Douglas.
Robot?
Was it Kirk Douglas?
I'm sure there was. Is that Hector? It just sounds familiar. Maybe not.
Yeah. There. So, we got any more questions, people? Have you got any Palitoy items? Like advertisements like that.
I would love the Death Star playset from the 70s. Their Palitoy set. That's freaking amazing. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, don't need the character light, but
it's so. It just makes you like, why didn't we get that? We didn't get that. We got the Kenner Tower,
Yeah.
And
the
impressive.
Yeah, but honestly, that the Palitoy was done a lot better. And it's made out of cardboard too, so it's like you can't tell me it wasn't feasible, cost wise.
Well, that's what we keep saying. Why can't they release it now? It's just super crazy. It's cardboard.
Yeah,
it'd be so cheap and easy to do. Just update the graphics on it and bring a new version out. Which is,
absolutely.
One of my things.
Imagine how many they'd sell as well if they did that.
They would sell out. Sell out. Yeah.
Retro collection Death Star.
Yeah.
There's an idea, Hasbro.
Yeah.
Might as well just print money.
Hasbro, you listening? I mean, it's just like
Hasbro don't listen, and they've got the wrong people working there, haven't they? They should have. That's my theory.
You can say that for almost every toy company. I mean, Playmates for Ninja Turtles. It's like, okay, fine. You want to give us like 10 different Leos that do some weird gimmick, but you can't tell. But if you want to do that, that's fine, because the Turtles sell supposedly, but overall generic seller, but to the generic collector, generic kid. But you can't tell me you can't give us the villains, on top of that, the extra villains. I don't need 10 Leos. I want the extra bad guys. My biggest gripe with Real Ghostbusters, if you guys know the Kenner line, after they made the 4 guys, that was it as far as pulled from the show. Everything else from that point on was Kenner just doing their thing. They're doing their like off camera, ideas. And we never got the main villains ever for Ghostbusters. So it just
that's it. I mean, like the new ones that have come out, the retro wave.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Why it brings three different styles of the same figures.
So I did a whole video on my Bobby's experience. I ripped him a new one on this because Ghostbusters is a passionate topic for me. So I was like, okay, so I'll try to do a quick timeline here. I don't want to take up all your time, but in February we were allowed to pre-order the retro figures, and they were $15 a piece. So it's like, okay, I'll do it. And it was only 6 figures, and so Rob, did Ooze arrive? Yes, he did. I got another figure for Aaron to ship, but I figured you guys never got in the UK, so I'm hooking everybody up here. But yeah, so February we were able to pre-order, but then it said June release. Okay, fine, whatever. Then April came around and they're already in stores, but the pre-orders have not released. And so, the pre-order guys are getting all angry. Like, we pre-order, but we're not getting it. And then the stores, people are scalping from all the Walmarts, And so like they're really posting on Facebook saying they got a cart full of them, like 12 figures. And it's like, you can't have them, kind of, just egging you on kind of thing. And then putting them on Instagram for like, $100. And so what happened was they put all their inventory out to the stores. And so there was no inventory for the pre-orders. People were getting one figure at a time instead of all 6 because they were literally getting things from the shelf. Employees were told, "Okay, we got to fulfill these orders. Go see what's left on the shelf." Okay, Bobby, in Florida, it needs all these, but we only have Slimer, so I'm going to pack them in this one box, shove them in there, and then mail them out through whatever postal service. I gotten figures from FedEx and from USPS, and all different packaging. There was no uniformity. So that's how I know it was all from different sources. It wasn't from one warehouse source. This was from different stores, and it's some kid that just got hired from Walmart. And he's okay. It's basically a bar of soap. Oh. He's gonna shove this in there. Yeah, exactly.
And this actually came from them. We did a video of it, and then I showed it with the lads. It came in a big cardboard box. My 40th anniversary is Lucasfilm Forum, no problem at all. A Ghostbusters Plasma series, no problem at all. This was packed on top like that. So
my Slimer came
exactly what you're talking about, mate. Exactly what you're talking about.
I showed photos on it's episode 2 on Bobby's Experience where I showed photos of other people's, because just so it wasn't just me.
Yeah.
Everyone on Instagram was like, same thing happened to me. And I'm like, send me the photos. I'll show it. And literally a few people got their Stay Puffs in a bag. The same kind of packaging they send clothing out. That's how they those bags. They just taught no bubble wrap. They just took the figure and a thin bag, tossed in there, and out the door. And you can imagine the condition, right?
Yep.
And so to wrap this up, so now I got my Stay Puff and Slimer in the mail, individually. The 4 guys never showed up, and this is now mid-June, and a lot of collectors haven't got them either. So like, what's going on? What happened was they literally just ran out of inventory for the U.S. Yeah. So those who didn't cancel their orders and said, screw this, I'm just going to go to the store and take my luck. Those who got their pre-orders from February got European cards.
Yeah.
In the U.S. And so we're like, no offense to these, no offense, but we don't want this version, Yeah. And so there's 3 versions. For the most part, there's 3 versions. There's the Who Are You Gonna Call, which they had a copyright issue with, right?
Yeah.
And that's the version we were supposed to get because we pre-order. Here's our money in advance. Let's have it. Yeah. But no. So then they had to do a whole revamp, and so the variant is out now. That no Who Are You Gonna Call is on there. It's just blank. But then, not even that version came to the pre-orders.
Wow.
Yeah.
About shelves first.
And honestly, it was even the guys in over in the UK and in Canada, they got the multi, the Euro versions, and they're like, no, we want the US version. So I don't know. I'm honestly a fan of leave the front alone. Leave the front alone. On the back, have all your little credits at the bottom in different languages. Just to cover all bases, and then that way, everything is universal around the globe. I don't know.
It's baffling. It really is. We've had this conversation how many times, boys? Do you know what I mean?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Do we really want to fall down that rabbit hole?
Bobby, do you rate these new Hasbro releases like the Carbon Chamber and the new Corridor? What would you like to see? Yeah, I mean, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make something affordable to everyone, right? So they're doing these cheap, half corridor things.
It's not cheap, boys.
Well, how much is it?
Price that you've got to buy
$50, but you have to buy more than the one.
Right.
If you want to make the Carbon Chamber, you're looking at 100. You want to do the full tunnel of the Tanty 4, you're looking at 150. So I mean, I get it, but it's like here's the problem. When anyone complains about a price, there's always that one guy that's like, well, you've paid more for less, or it's not the first time you paid that much. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You want to keep going. You don't want to nickel and dimed all along the way. You want to be able to keep going. And for me, I find I notice the prices more than some people because I'm so focused on so many things. So I'm trying to buy Power Rangers. I'm trying to buy Ninja Turtles. I'm trying to buy Ghostbusters, Star Wars.
And so it's like I'm like I can't. I'm having trouble keeping up. But then, right? But so if you're just Star Wars, and you're just keeping up with the new thing because you're already caught up. You're caught up, right? So to you, paying $50 here and there is nothing, right? So you're justifying the price while the rest of us are like, we can't do it. We can't do it. And so, but what are you paying $50? Then there's like, okay, let's rationalize. What are we paying $50 for? A wall and a floor, right? That's not. I'd rather pay $25. Let's put it that way. Yeah. And then we can buy more. Then we can buy more to build the whole set, or build more corridors or whatever. Or like But honestly, and then like with the Palitoy, the Death Star is cardboard. I'm perfectly happy with a cardboard wall. And a plastic floor with the foot pegs. I'm happy.
Yeah. Well, there's people.
There's no playability. Hey, Rambo, isn't it?
Yeah, the Kenner one. Yeah, that was
the Kenner one.
That was like $15.
And that was what, $15?
Yes.
And you get lights with it. You get guns with it. The doors open. It has an extra section that Leia stood in. That's the thing.
The problem is they're taking advantage of the adult collector. They're taking advantage of like, oh, you have a full-time job, so we're gonna up the price. And where else are you gonna go? We're the only ones making it. So,
but this is my whole point. Though they can do the simple reason we'll sit here and we'll piss and moan and then buy it. Do you see what I mean? That's what I think that's what the people at Hasbro know. They know that. Let them get over it, then they'll buy it. So, daft.
Well,
question: with loads of people collecting Star Wars toys, will they lose their value?
Star Wars will never lose the value.
No, not in our lifetime. Let's put it that way.
No chance.
Reaction to Polly's robot.
A friend of mine has a Castle Grayskull and says Batman took it over and made it into his new Batcave.
I like it. But yeah, you're right. Any thoughts on? Oh boy.
No, Chaz. No. We're not even going to mention that. That didn't happen.
I will say one thing, and this is what I say universally about 16. The movie is the movie, okay? If you like it, I'm not going to condemn you. I love Howard the Duck, and so, but I can be
Howard the Duck.
But I can accept, certain movies are a guilty pleasure, okay? So, Super Mario Brothers, the movie, okay? Horrible movie, but I love it for nostalgia reasons, I love it for Bob Hoskins and all the other actors, but and Dennis Hopper. But the story wise, it's like I can't justify it. I can't defend it. But for Ghostbusters 16, this is what happened. Marketing killed it. Marketing and social media killed it. You can't call your fans man babies and expect them to go see your movie. You can't subvert expectations where you had 30 years of original fans looking for number 3 and then still lie to their faces in the trailer, making you think that this is the same universe, right?
Yeah.
And then you go see it and it's a totally different, no relation whatsoever. And then you dumb it down for the comedy, right? This is not Ghostbusters. If it was a spoof, if they call it Ghost Chasers or I don't know, whatever. If you called it anything else, even if it was just an SNL spoof movie, like Night at the Roxbury or whatever, it would have been awesome. Yeah. It would have been its own thing, and there's no comparison. They're not fighting each other. You get new fans and old fans. There would have been no question. So marketing totally dropped the ball on at least explaining to the audience what it was. And so that's where I'm going to leave it. That's where I'm going to leave it. If you love the movie, good. Watch it.
The next one's good. So let's hope.
Yeah. I guarantee it's going to.
I have my doubts, but I'm hopeful.
I think it's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah.
The only thing that I will say is that as far as a distraction is that they shouldn't have hired the kid from Stranger Things.
No,
Because now all I'm thinking is season 2.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I watched Bill and Ted 3 last night.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good. Oh, it's good.
Oh, boys, no,
You didn't
it's
like
not.
it?
No.
Oh, I was so upset. I'm not going to tell you, but I was so upset at the end. I thought,
it's not the
they have
same when
left
they're older.
too long. Starts off
Yeah.
brilliant. You're laughing, you're joking, but no. I'm not going to say a word. See it for yourselves. Hope you enjoy it, but
No, I'm not going to say it was shit, but I won't tell you.
wasn't shit, but it you'll see it. You'll see it. But
They're films of their time,
Yeah, I
aren't
still
they?
gotta
And
see it.
I don't think they should have. Yeah. Which they left
it's
them.
just, and it's good. It's, if you like Bill and Ted, you'll like it. And I love Bill and Ted.
I love
first
Bill and
two.
Ted,
Love them. Absolutely
Oh, yeah.
love him. So I couldn't wait for this. But at the end of it, I didn't have. I was like, right, okay, I've watched it. Do you know that sort of thing?
Yeah.
So
TV over.
yeah. She said, when you two see it, I'll talk to you more about it, and I think you'll be on the same page as me. There's certain things that happen that'll make you go, oh man, do you know what I mean? Why did that have to happen? And I think we'll be on the same page.
There's a few scenes in the trailer that, to me, it feels like it jumped the shark. It's like, okay, that's too far. But I'm hopeful, but I'm tired of seeing these sequels come out 30 years too late.
Yeah.
That's what it is, Bobby. Exactly. I think it's just come out too late. And to tell you the truth, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the movie. I've got to be honest. Yeah. So.
Yeah. That kills me. It kills me. But let's put it this way: as long as it's not too preachy, if it just stays Bill and Ted, then I'll be okay. Like I'll watch it again, kind of thing. But anyways, do you think they'll release more vintage Real Ghostbusters or Friday Feeders?
I don't
Okay.
think that.
I have some insider knowledge. I can't confirm nor deny. But here's the thing: I know what's coming out, and it's going to be a lot of more of the same. I'll leave it at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not gonna say what. I'm not gonna say what. I can't. But
we might get a new Ecto 1 then.
It's possible. It's possible.
It's possible.
I'm sure there'll be figures of the movie.
Oh, they already did the Ectoplasm series, the Plasm series, right? So the movie and Afterlife. Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna do Afterlife. But for Real Ghostbusters, I've been trying to be like a spokesperson, like the fighter for the fans kind of thing. Of give us the villains we never got. Give us Sam Hain, give us Boogeyman, Sandman, the other guys. And it's just like you're already in a perfect position where you've already released the 4 guys, right? So now kids today kids today can start from scratch and do it right, and the rest of us can complete what we completed, started 30 years ago, because they're all the same scale, right? So
molds more or less, yeah.
But the one thing that I just don't like about the Real Ghostbusters rehash is that it's literally a rehash. It's the same mold, So it's not. I mean, I know you guys are mostly Star Wars, but for me, I've seen the cartoon. It's not accurate. The gadgets are not accurate. The colors, the paint job is not accurate. It's. I mean, I would have loved to have it to Real Ghostbusters to get the NECA treatment like they did with the cartoon Ninja Turtles. It looks the NECA cartoon figures look like they jumped right off the screen. They're articulated. They're accurate. The accessories are accurate at a 7-inch scale. So you can't tell me you can't do it for Ghostbusters. Hasbro is doing it for Lightning Collection Power Rangers. You can't tell me that Hasbro can't do it for Ghostbusters. So
well, I mean, I got that plasma line, and I really enjoyed that Ghostbusters plasma line. I thought that was awesome.
Right, it's fine, right? It's good, but then you compare it to the Kenner rehash, and it's like, why can't you do it with like how you're doing Star Wars, the vintage collection? So they had an opportunity to do Kenner classics, have a whole thing where it's like its own universe under the Kenner Classics logo, And they can do Ghostbusters. They can do Robocop. They can do Robin Hood. They can do superpowers. They can do all these things. But no, they literally copied 30 years ago. The figure, why couldn't you do like Star Wars, where it's a vintage collection, where it's a vintage packaging, but it's an updated figure?
Yeah. Well, they tried that with the G.I. Joe, didn't they? The 3/4 inch that Matt got. It's the vintage car back. It's the 25th anniversary figures, isn't Matt?
Yeah, it's the Toys R Us figures I got. Yeah. But
so how come all these other lines?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what Dale's talking about.
Oh, nice. $90. What's the scale?
That's
3/4
awesome.
look of it, yeah. 3/4 reaction figures.
Okay.
Oh, for reaction.
Wow.
25-inch wide and 20-inch tall. Wow.
If you got any Scooby-Doo figures, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo. Yeah. Hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, you got them recently, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, I can keep going on and on about all that stuff,
Yeah.
He has, mate. She has.
Love it, yeah. Love listening to it.
Hey, Bobby, brilliant. Yeah, I mean, I've opened a new world for me, son, so I'm really enjoying it. Thanks, pal.
Hey, I'm happy to answer questions, guys. We're all learning here. Like, I've 17 to 27 people watching this video are Hasbro spies. I hope so.
Hello, Hasbro.
Here's the thing. I'm not trying to talk behind their backs. I'm happy to tell them right to their freaking face. This is what you should be doing. This is what you should be doing.
Yeah.
That's what I hate about these interviews with Hasbro. Oh, you're doing well with this, doing that. Just asking proper questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
distribution,
proper fans, proper
packaging
are not getting there.
That's why I don't watch those those guys that have like the passes to go to Toy Fair and they interview the Playmates guy at the booth. Scripted. It's all scripted. Yeah. It's like watching a sports interview. Yeah. Oh, this was a team effort. Yada yada yada. It's like it's like no. What were you thinking? I don't need 10 Leonardos. Where are the villains?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be lovely to see him get a real good grilling, wouldn't it? And just stand there and just be like, oh, not come up with a fake.
And honestly, it would be great to just get an honest answer saying, well, we would love to do this, but we can't do it because of licensing, or we can't do it because our boss is too young and doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Just something.
Yeah, our boss is only 20 something.
I don't know.
Yeah, John, thank you for that box. Is he absolutely? Oh
yeah.
Made up with him. Thank you so much, John.
Good old John. Love
Santa John. He should work for Hasbro. His distributions are excellent.
Amazing.
He gets all of it. He posts all over the world.
Will Ghostbusters 20 ever come out?
Ghostbusters 20. I think it means 2020.
Yeah, it's the movie Afterlife. Yeah, it's going to come out in 21.
April.
April, I think. Yeah. Like I said, I'm hopeful, but the fact that there's a bunch of kids in it, there's a kid from Stranger Things in it. It's just basically season 2 of the movie to me. That's what I see.
Do you think they put him in? I think they put him in on there on purpose because they know he was wearing the Ghostbusters costume. Do you think they just did that on purpose to get more people to watch it? I don't know.
They're trying to get maybe they're trying to get the Stranger Things, crowd, but still. But here's the thing: stay in your own lane. Stranger Things is Stranger Things. It's a nostalgia. It's like a nostalgia high. It's its own thing. But here's the problem now. I'm going to be watching Afterlife, and I'm going to be thinking Stranger Things. I'm not going to be in the Ghostbuster, universe. So it's a distraction. Is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, especially if he's in the suit.
Is it Paul Rudd in it as well? Is it Paul Rudd?
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. The Ant-Man. Yeah.
I like Paul.
Bobby, do you think that toy companies today have lost direction? Instead of having main range, they go off in silly directions, covering all bases? Oh yeah. Here's the thing. I'll answer this question. The problem is they got a lot of headroom where they got to make back their money, right? So they try to pander to even the non-collector. So they'll do a thing like logo slapping. They'll take whatever and slap a logo on it and try to get their money back. But then the problem is there's nothing left creativity-wise or energy-wise to justify the adult collector. And that's why we got like these small sections of NECA at Target. You know, it's just like, I just wish they would stop. Okay, you got for the kids their own toys. I get it. You got to make your money back. But when the adult collector, it's almost like you got like 100 kid toys and you got 5 figures for the adult collector. I just think it needs to be a little more broader, you know? I'm just speaking in generic terms, you know?
I once said I asked Tim at Boss Bounty a question, and I said that basically what I think they should do is they should take out the adult collectors out of toy aisles and do what NECA does, make their own little piece of it. What it also does is it tells collectors where to go, but it also gives these toy companies a focus. Right, these are our adult collectors. These are the sections that I guarantee they'll always be full. But when you put them all under toys, and it's always empty every time you go, do you know what I mean?
Huge gap in the market.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Well, distribution is the problem too.
Toys are different. I mean, I would say the majority of people buying them are lads like us. I mean, there's not kids, but I've got 4 children. If I took them out right now and gave them all $50 each, apart from my 2 younger ones, which are 7 and 9, 2 older ones are not looking for toys. And they're, you know, the prime market, 13 to 14. Just not interested in them. So it's obviously we're the ones interested in it. So don't stick them in toy aisles anymore. Boss, and I agree with him. It says that, you know, the Star Wars, which is what I can talk about, is a Black Series and are adult collectors. That's what they are. You know, most of us buy it like we do it and keep it in the box or on the card. It's not really looked on as toys, is it, if you're doing it that way? So I'd make your own aisle, stick it all in there. And then with your things like your retro collection Ghostbusters or your Transformers that are coming in, it's all for us boys. You know, we can all find all the collectibles in one place instead of being next to, I don't know, My Little Pony and stuff like that. Do you see what I mean?
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Scuba Pete. Thank you, pal.
They need to be more organized, if anything. And also distribution is a problem too right now because you got all these exclusives and the scalpers are getting them before we can, you know? It just... Yeah. You can't order them online, or if you do, they order out in 3 minutes. Then you got to go to Walmart, and the scalpers get them, or they don't get them at all. The problem is not every Target or Walmart is participating in some of these lines, especially for NECA. Yeah. I can go to Walmart. Yeah. I can go to 3 Walmarts near me, and none of them carry Ninja Turtle NECA, you know? And my Target, forget it.
The campaign thing is your prime example. It's just come out in England. You pre-order it in England, in Europe first, and yet the Hasbro PulseCon is even being shown in Europe. So they're getting the first exclusive there, yet they can't even see what else is. It's baffling. It doesn't make any sense, you know?
No, absolutely. Yeah. And these exclusives too. You can't. It's not like you go to Target online or Walmart online and then order it there. You have to go in the store.
Yeah,
you're just killing your fan base. You're killing it.
And how many times, because like I said, I'm the state above you, Bobby. How many times have you gone into the shop and seen it packed? When was the last time you saw that? Years ago. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I cannot blame the pandemic this year. It was like this last year, year before. Always empty. You know, I think a lot of Europeans that watch us have this assumption that we just walk into Target or, you know, Walmart and it's packed. I can't remember the last time it was packed. You know, it's crazy.
It was even after like like you said, even before the pandemic. How long did it take for them to restock after Christmas? I was waiting February, March. Yeah. February or March before Christmas, you know, sell out, you know, they restocked. It just what's the best vintage playset for action figures? Ooh.
Millennium Falcon.
I'm going to say because I'm going to base this on size and accuracy and also playability, and it's going to be a random one too. The best playset that I think is in the running is the Filmation's Ghost Command playset from their Ghostbusters. That house is almost directly taken from the cartoon. Yeah. It's not like the Firehouse playset where it's just a shell.
No.
There is so much to do, and it is accurate to scale and everything with the house. But the problem is, it's just so rare, and that's But that's my. I don't know. I'm going to let you guys answer that question too. I'm curious because that's for me as far as size and accuracy. I think it's one of the best play sets.
Well, mine's there.
Yeah. The
Palitoy Death Star. Yeah. 100%.
Mine's the Falcon.
The Falcon.
Yeah.
Okay. If someone said the Falcon is more of a vehicle, what would be the second choice for a playset?
For me,
yeah,
Endor Village out there.
Oh, I mean the Ewok,
the Ewok playset. Yep.
Ewok Village.
Yeah.
For a playset, fantastic. Everything a playset needs. Mm-hmm.
Mine's Castle Grayskull, so always still got one. So it'd have to be. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions? Have you got?
There you go.
Cat in a stripped jumper.
What?
Do you guys
the turtles cat? I think it means.
Striped jumper. Yeah. Yes, I do. I have scratched the cat. I do.
You do? Wow.
I do. But it's loose. It's loose and no accessories because I'm not paying $200. I'm not paying $200 for a little yellow bird, or whatever. I'm not doing it. I said this in the last show on Toy Division. I got lucky. It's one of those. It was one of those things where it's like you wait for the up and down curve, and you wait for it's at the lowest it's going to be. And honestly, I think like 175 for a loose scratch was like the lowest I ever saw it when I started looking for it, and I jumped on it and I got it, and then it went back to 300 like that week. So, and now it's like 600 for a loose one. It's crazy.
For a figure.
And it's crazy. And I also got a Cyborg from Superpowers. You guys know Cyborg with the 2 attachments on his arm. The chrome is mint. So I paid $300 for that baby, and he went up to $600 within a couple years. So it's one of those things where it's like, you never know.
I saw Michael Mercy get those Ecto Glow figures. Did you see the condition of it as well? Unbelievable. The
Ecto Glows are that's for Kenner. That's like the peak. That's where you gotta. That's the big where the money is. I got lucky. 5 years ago, I bought all set of 5 for like $225. Done. Mint on card, done. But now that's what they each go for. Yeah, $225 each. And so, and that's where the one. I don't know how it is with Star Wars guys. Correct me on this one, but with the Ecto Glows for Ghostbusters is the rare situation where the loose figure is almost worth the same amount as a mint on card figure, because the Ecto Glows have the proton a specific wand for the proton pack, and a specific ghost and a tiny mask that gets lost easily. So it has all these accessories, and there's 5 figures, and so there's a lot of accessories to hunt down, and the Ecto Glows were short canceled. So like halfway through the year, the whole line was canceled. So there's not as many Ecto Glows as anything else. And people knew back in the day that they were getting canceled. So you have an easier time finding a mint on card Ecto Glow than a loose one. It's one of those rare situations where it's not like a Star Wars where they're all open. It's like there's more open than there are sealed, is what I'm trying to say. Just from my own experience, the Ecto Glows, you can pay this almost the same price, like $200 for a loose one, and pay $225 for a sealed one. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Pterodome.
The flag.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, the flag. Yeah.
Yeah, the flag. Yeah.
It's good. But Pete's got one.
Bobby, what would you say today is a toy range which would be collectible in future, talking into the fact that kids today are more into gaming than toys, so there's no nostalgia connection? It's a good point. It's a good point. I mean, like you were saying, that your kids are not collecting toys, right? So, I mean, what is the future? You know, are we the future? You know, I don't know.
I think so. I really do. I think the only thing our kids will collect, especially my kids, is when we're gone, they'll just collect our stuff. I don't think they're going to go out and find it themselves.
I don't know they will, because they don't have nostalgia for it, do they? I think it's going to be a point where
there's no nostalgia for it, Matt. Exactly right.
No.
Listen, I've sat down with my kids and I've got them through everything 80s. You know, from Never Ending Story. You know, the Explorers. Stand Back.
Yeah.
They're like, it's okay, Dad, but there's nothing there. Do you know what I mean?
We all say that we'd never sell our collections, but you're going to have to get to that certain age where you probably will sell it, and you've got to be at pick the right time, because I think the next generation are not going to be interested in this stuff, are they? So
it's like when they watch the Marvel movies now, they buy the video games of it. They don't buy the figures of it. Do you see what I mean? No. That's what my kids do. If he watch Marvel, he'll wait for the video game coming out. He won't wait for Marvel Legends, which is a shame, because I've seen your lads Marvel Legends and Dudes and Urges. They're fantastic.
I think people from the 80s and early 90s are the last of the collectors. Do you know what I mean? Toy collectors, I think. It's never going to be the same.
I think it appeals to us more, because look at your big ones. You got Turtles, you got Transformers, you got Star Wars, you got Marvel. Everything that we grew up with is still big now. So it's obvious who's buying it.
Well, that's a good point, because I go to the toy stores, and you know, maybe it's because I'm not collecting it that I don't notice it, but it's like, what is new that the kids are into? You know, what's new? It's just rehashed My Little Pony,
there's nothing.
Transformers.
No imagination of these designers. Hasbro, no imagination to make anything new.
Well, those toys have come out. Those stretchy toys that they're doing.
Oh, the Stretch Armstrong?
But they've had that before, didn't we?
Had them in the 70s. Had them in the 70s.
I found something completely new. You know, all play sets, all different figures, goodies, baddies, play sets, vehicles. Years. It's been years, boys.
Yeah.
Nothing new at all.
Honestly, it's been 20 years. It's been 20 years.
Raw figures that you've got, Mark. That's probably
they are
the only new thing that have come out.
And they're not really action figures. In a way, they're more like statues, you know, like display pictures. They're awesome figures. I love them. But it's like, I've watched some of Pixel Dan's where he does these independent companies like Mythic Legions, or the new Cowboy and Western 3 3/4 inch figures that are coming out.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. But you're looking at $40 a figure because it's independent.
Yeah, because they don't make it.
So you're going to get kids involved in that when they're $40 each. Do you see what I mean? It's not going to happen. Toys are meant to be cheap, easy, let them play with it and go from there. But not when you're looking at, what, $20, $30, $40, $50. I mean, like I said, a playset now, a corridor, regardless of what you think of it, regardless of what you think of the carbon check, it's $50. Okay? And then so you're going to give that a kid, and he's going to go, what am I going to do with that? It's aimed at us. That's what it's aimed at, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like Aaron's saying there, Dinky and Hornby are of a generation. You have your train sets, then your Dinkies, then your whatever else is in between. Action Man, maybe. G.I. Joe Action Man. Then your Star Wars, and your Turtles, Transformers. So it's generational. And there's just
there's things like that I like, but I don't collect because it was before my time. You know, you look at Joe's vintage toy shop. I love looking at his shop when he videos it, because there's always stuff I remember as a kid, but it doesn't interest me because it wasn't my generation. You know what I mean? So this is what's probably with my kids now, is they look at stuff, but it's from our generation. They're not interested in it. Do you see what I mean?
No.
But then they make it so hard. It's like the G.I. Joe. I've always loved G.I. Joe since I was a kid, but being brought up in England, I never knew anything about it. I remember Action Force.
We didn't have the cartoon, did we? We didn't have the cartoon.
Yeah, that's the thing. So ever since I've been over here, I've seen the USS Flag, and I've seen the Terradome, and I've seen all these videos of that would have been the toy collection of my dreams as a kid. So now when they introduced the new 6-inch, I thought, you know what? I might treat myself to a couple of these, over the simple reason I never had them as a kid. I'd love to start learning a lot more about this line. Can't even find them. And then the ones you are finding, now you're buying $50, $60 for a figure that came out 2 months ago. So you walk into your Target, your Walmart, you look online, nothing there. So he's like, so forget it. I'm not going to miss what I haven't got. So they've lost me out there, basically, because I can't find it.
I've started watching the G.I. Joe miniseries and trying to get back into it again because it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can watch it quite easily. So, but you watch that and it's a little bit.
I thought they were beautiful figures.
Yeah, they're a bit. The cartoons are a little bit cringy. They G.I. Joe, so you're a little bit sort of.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I wish they would do is if they would wise up and try to get the kids while they're young. Remarket the old cartoons. If you're going to remake the toys that's based on those old cartoons, everything is streaming now. So be like, hey kids, go over to Netflix and check out Real Ghostbusters, or go check out G.I. Joe. Go on Hulu. Go check out the new Thundercats or the old Thundercats. It's just like, but they don't do that. So kids today have they don't know how to connect a toy to what we do.
Yeah.
But
that's the point, though. It's like Mattel bringing out the new He-Man line. You can tell that's a toy line for kids because some of them January is going to be covered in it. There's going to be hundreds of them. Already $15. You've already had vehicles coming out. Castle Grayskull's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what they've introduced next year is the Masterverse line, which when the new cartoon, they're doing the $20 figures, 6-inch for more of your adult collectors. Hasbro's never done that with Star Wars. Now they're starting to do it with the Mission Fleet and everything. But that's the thing. We're talking about toys, but they're not toys. They're adult collectors. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. Mattel can work out who they're selling to. Hasbro can't. They have no idea who they're selling to.
No.
You know?
No,
not close. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely
I
right.
don't like the Mission Fleet. Did your parents collect anything? No. My parents didn't. That helps me with my collection, but
comics, that's it.
Comics.
Joe figured the series was a bit poo. Okay.
Yeah, I've started watching it. I'm trying to get through a few. I'm just like, you say the Ghostbusters, and they were different. That's a different cartoon, but the
Ghostbusters absolutely brilliant.
I have the same problem with No, go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
I say you try and watch He-Man or something like that. It's a bit camp now and a bit in it. So, but it's still.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I showed my little ones. The only thing that stuck was the Real Ghostbusters. They loved that cartoon.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's a bit scary,
my little boy loved
scary.
it.
Well, it's because
loved it.
They're not playing down to you. They're just.
That's what it is. He-Man, they didn't get into. They couldn't get into it at all. I tried because I said me and Lucy will start collecting them. Once they're in stores and we'll go from there. So I showed them not that bothered. Showed them Brave Star, not bothered. Showed them the Real Ghostbusters, loved it. Do you know what I mean? They've watched a few of them, so
yeah. I tried to. I didn't watch Thundercats back in the day, but I try to watch it now, and I can only do a couple episodes at a time because it's so. I guess cringy is the word, but but I want to love it. I want to love it.
Yeah.
So, but in small doses.
Yeah, I love to collect I love they did if they did that with Thundercats, did a retro collection again, that'd be brilliant. So
I remember
the Super 7 did.
Yeah,
his son's collecting toys from what he sees on TV, and that's what we did. We saw the shows on TV, and we wanted the toys.
Yeah, because
watching the Mandalorian. Watching the Mandalorian last year made me want to play with Star Wars toys again.
Watching that Transformers this year did it to me, Mark. Exactly right. Yeah. You're exactly right.
This is the only Thundercats figure I've got. This is the classics, and they did this one and what's his name?
Tigra,
and then they stopped. So
they botched it. They botched it.
Remember that Bradley?
Well, here's my problem with Super 7. I love what they're doing. I think they're at the same scale as NECA, or the same quality as NECA, but the problem is Super 7 is twice as much. Yeah. So you got Super 7 and NECA. NECA, I can get a Ninja Turtle from the movie or cartoon for $25, but if I want to get a Lion-O from Super 7, it's $45 or $50.
Yeah,
retail.
Yeah.
It's like you can keep your extra hands and extra head. I don't care. I want the freaking figure. I'll pay the $25.
Mystery Mando, man, that's brilliant.
Mando. And I collected belts to hit me with the past.
Deary me.
Back on form, Mando.
Oh man, that's awesome.
That's That's great, but that is the comment of the night. Is that?
That's it. That's one of the night. Oh, fantastic.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Scooby-Doo has a better track record, but Thundercats, Roar, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Well, she'll bring back
the Cats back now, and it's awful. Have you seen it?
It is. It doesn't exist.
So bad. It's just not Thundercats. Do you know what I mean?
But that's
weird. I watch all the TV shows because obviously my kids watch them. They all have that condescending tone in them. There's no hero anymore. They're all can't be. It's weird. They're all cocky kind of characters. Every one of them is the same. It's strange.
It's a phase right now. Everything is a phase where everything is like PC and it has to be progressive. It's just like, just stop.
Yeah.
Let Star Wars be Star Wars. Let Ghostbusters be Ghostbusters, and let Thundercats be Thundercats. If you want to do something different, that's awesome, but don't call it Thundercats.
Yeah.
Be your own.
Because everyone's scared to death to make
something new.
That's what it is. No, we're not going to see anything new for a long time because people are scared to death.
They are. Here's the thing: they have no faith in their own product, so they try to mold it into something that's already proven. And but then you taint it; it's ruined. So,
I keep up.
Yeah,
that's true. That's sadism.
Yeah, games. The kids are only into games. I agree.
Yeah. Now then, we're coming up to 2 hours already. That's flown by.
Hey,
wow.
Bob, it's been great having you on, man. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been
Thank
brilliant.
Guys, you've all been awesome. This has been a great show. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So
there you go. I will copy and paste again, just in case there's anybody. Hang on, I'll try again. Just in case there's anybody that's joined later on that didn't see it earlier.
Yeah, should get on there and subscribe. Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to send you my my Instagram to link in there too, because honestly, that's where the majority. I got like 19,000 followers. It's just crazy, and that's just from sharing stuff. I don't do any marketing or whatever. I'm just me. So
yeah. That's it. That's what we all are. We're all ourselves. So let's look at each and every other person. Well, there's only three others tonight. Usually got 5 of us on, but that's mine, obviously, because you're watching it. That's gone up a bit. That's pretty good.
There you go.
There's Matt's. Oh, Matt. Oh, we're from 300.
Yeah, I'm just nearly there. Yeah.
And there's...
how we get past 300. Get on there, subscribe.
Yeah. Everybody get onto Matt's channel. Universal Collector. Get him to 300. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
John knows not here. He's got his 1.6 now, which is really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'll have to go back because he doesn't have Tez's channel on there. Tez is usually on. He's put his first unboxing video up today, which was really good. And he's got 130.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, he's 9 in front of me. Ooh, catching him.
So, thank you all for watching. Back again on Friday, obviously. Same time. And
guys, thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Bob.
This was fun. This was fun.
Great to meet you, Bob.
Unbelievable.
Nice to meet you and talk to you.
Probably one of the best ones we've had.
Hey, I'll be following all you guys now, okay? I promise.
Oh,
Subscribe.
Cheers, bye-bye.
Later, guys.
Strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly